Help us save the Michigan Panthers and keep them in Michigan by scanning this QR code and joining the 1,500 people who already signed the petition today. The Detroit Lions had their first joint practice of the preseason against the Miami Dolphins, and I hear that it was chippy. Now, I don't know if today was open to the public. I believe it was, but tomorrow will be the case. Now, I am supposed to be there tomorrow. It is my last ticket that I have for training camp, and I think it might be the last one for a minute, too. And then after that, we are off to pretty much the season for me. I'm super excited to go, but it was chippy. You had Jameson Williams getting into it with Ife Melifonwu or something like that, man. It's all over the place, just like my brain is, all right? But without further ado, let's bring in Tim Twentyman, Lions Dolphins joint practice, day one observations. Now, one thing that I want to say is, man, I love Lions fans because it used to be something called SOL and drinking the Kool-Aid. Now, SOL is pretty much dead and gone, and I don't really hear drinking the Kool-Aid that much because we're actually performing like we're good. But every so often, that Kool-Aid really comes up because all I've been hearing is how there's been a lot talking about how the defense been dominant during camp. But don't forget, we heard that before. And I am going to bring something to your attention, at least I think it is, that the last time we heard a particular thing, the Detroit Lions went all the way to the NFC Championship game. Let me know what you think it is in the comments below. Here's a clue. It has something to do with joint practices and, yeah, pretty much just joint practices. All right, here's what Tim Twentyman had to say. Good day. The Detroit Lions had a dominant day on both sides of the football in joint practice with the Miami Dolphins at the Meyer Performance Center Wednesday. Quarterback Jared Goff and the offense moved the ball on the ground and through the air. The offense looked the best they've looked all through camp. Now, isn't that a trip? That's kind of a trip because the offense been struggling. They've been struggling, man, tremendously. Like, it was, are we going to lose a step? Did we, Benedict the Snake Johnson, is that going to make a difference? But we were going against our own guys. Now, it could be because these guys know us inside and out, or they just had to knock some rust off. But one thing I did hear is that St. Brown was absolutely cooking the Miami Dolphins. He continues, St. Brown magic. Miami's cornerbacks had no answer for Lions veteran wide receiver Amon-Ra St. Brown. Dang, so after 4 years, I mean, you do get vested after 4, but dang, we using veteran already? In any portion of Wednesday's practice, the first rep in one-on-ones of open practice was St. Brown beating Dolphins cornerback Jack Jones down the left sideline for a touchdown. And from what I understand, it was he really cooked him. St. Brown won all 4 one-on-one reps with another touchdown. It didn't stop in the 7-on-7 or team periods. Whether it was short, intermediate, or deep routes for St. Brown, he consistently created separation and space, and he and Goff were on the same page all morning. St. Brown had double-digit catches with multiple touchdowns, including one where he pinned the ball against the Miami defender's helmet and got both feet in bounds for a touchdown. I mean, talk about earning your contract. Absolutely crazy, man. Crazy to see St. Brown, but this is something we already are supremely keen on. Like, we know what St. Brown is going to do before he got paid, the year he got paid, and he is going, and y'all think Jameson Williams there ain't no way Jameson Williams is going to take number 1. Amon-Ra St. Brown is not going to let that happen, but I do think J-Mo is going to ball out. But I did hear that he was cooking. Even Miami Dolphins Syndicate was like, yo, St. Brown cooking the team. So I guess the beat writers on his side was putting it out too. First reps. It's always interesting to see which young players or veterans who normally play a lot of backup reps get first team reps in joint practice. Some of those names Wednesday were wide receiver Jackson Meeks, wide receiver Isaac Tesla, wide receiver Ronnie Bell, cornerback Nick Whiteside, and safety Ian Kinley, and quarterback Eric Hallett. I think Hallett was okay, right, during the preseason game. He is all right. You know what I'm saying? He's a guy that has come and go with this team, but it's good to see these guys getting first team reps. A lot of you, and I've been hearing through kind of like a lot of beat writers, or some beat writers, I don't want to say a lot of people that boots on the ground in Allen Park, they think that by October that Isaac TESTY is going to bump Tim Patrick down the depth chart. Now, you guys know, man, I was not high on signing Tim Patrick coming off 2 season-ending surgeries, and he came out and he performed extremely well, made me eat my words. I wouldn't be so sure that he's just going to come in and bully Tim Patrick. I think Tim's going to have something to say about that, but I do see the potential for Isaac. And don't forget, Tim is only on a 1-year deal. So there's no doubt in my mind, unless Tim balls out of control, that Isaac will indeed be number 3 by next season. So I'm not going to give up on Timmy P that quick. But what about situational football? Says the team ran an end of half situation where both sides got the football at their own 30-yard line with 54 seconds on the clock and 2 timeouts in a 10-10 game. Miami's offense was up first, and Detroit's defense held them to a turnover on downs on 4 plays that included 2 short completions, a false start penalty, and Amik Robertson's PBU, and an incompletion on 4th down. What about the offense? Says Detroit's offense was surgical moving down the field. St. Brown had a 25-yard reception over the middle on the first play of the period. That was followed up by catches from tight end Brock Wright and Bell to get the Lions to the Dolphins' 27-yard line with 23 seconds left on the clock. Tight end Shane Zylstra added an 8-yard reception followed by an illegal contact penalty on Miami to give Detroit great field position and time on the clock before the drill was called by head coach Dan Campbell. So looks like that the team is balling out of control and they're doing good work. They're doing good work over there. I'm not going to the defense. We've heard this before, and I'm going to pump the brakes. Do I think the defense is better? I'm going to be real with you. I don't think it is yet. I think it's honestly, I think it's lateral. I think if you say it's better, you have to say it's better because of the injuries that we dealt with last year. We lost Aiden. We lost a lot of guys, right? So in the sense of addition by subtraction or subtraction by addition or whatever it is, in addition to that, like with the players coming back, okay, we're better. But what about the play on the field? So I'm going to wait for that play on the field before I make a assumption. Like I'm not going to I got to see these guys in September and see, because that's when, I mean, every year we fall for the same okie doke every single year. So I got to see it. I've got to see Marcus Davenport. I've got to see those guys. So for me, I'm going to wait. This is good to hear, but I am going to wait. Now, I was going to stop it here. But it's a couple more things, man, that I see that I wanted to point out. And these are some guys that's trying to make the team. And that is a trio of INTs. Detroit's second team defense got a trio of interceptions from Whiteside, Kinley, and Hallett off the Dolphins quarterback, Zach Wilson. The Lions have been emphasizing takeaways, and coaches and players say they come in bunches. This is in the 7-on-7 period. That was certainly the case. This is a big deal because how many turnovers did we have in the preseason games? I know we lost the ball. We threw some interceptions in game 1. Have we had a takeaway? I don't think we have, but I could be wrong. So let me know if we have, but takeaways outside of Kirby Joseph, outside of Brian Branch, will be huge for this season. If we could have got some takeaways against the Washington Commanders, then maybe we don't lose that game. Maybe we overcome because don't forget, when Jared Goff, we had 5 turnovers in the game against the Texans. We came back and barely won that game. But I know we had a turnover at the start of the third quarter, at least one, right? So we got to be able to get those if we're going to stay and really kind of make a difference next year. But I have got to bring this in because this guy is a star. He is going to get a monster payday, and Brad Holmes better be careful that he does not do what he's looking like he's going to do this season. I'm talking about Aiden Hutchinson. Here's what Tim had to say. Speed and Spin says, I cannot wait to watch Lions edge rusher Aiden Hutchinson September 7th in Green Bay for the opener. I plan to be there too, Tim. He had football taken from him after only 5.5 games last season, and he has taken it out on every player lined up across from him this entire camp, even Penei Sewell. He hit Miami right tackle Larry Borum with the speed move around the edge, and the next rep put him on skates with a spin move inside. Well, that's a deadly combo for Hutchinson and really tough to stay in front of. And we saw the best right tackle in the game get worked by Penei Sewell by Aiden Hutchinson last week. And Aiden's going to be a big deal. When he came back from Michigan from being injured, he balled out of control. He got every award lined up. Defensive Player of the Year, Sack Leader of the Year. All of that was stripped away from him last year. Maybe this was some type of blessing, really. Maybe Aiden is going to come back better than ever, and I feel sorry for whoever does the payroll for the Detroit Lions because they are going to have a tough time. Like, seriously, this guy is shaping up. I truly believe if Brad is not careful, he lets Aiden ball out of control, and he gets, because once the season starts, I don't think it happens, right? Don't forget, what was it? 2 years ago, Aleem McNeil got a deal right before the season started. It might have been last year, but it was right before the season started. Aleem got a deal. I don't think anybody really gets extended during the season, so we won't see anything until about February or March. But I think if he's not careful, Aiden Hutchinson will be the highest paid non-quarterback, because Brad is going to, two people are going to be the highest paid. Kirby was the highest paid safety. I don't know if he still is. He might have lost that. Aiden's going to be if he balls out of control, he's going to be the highest paid defensive, non-quarterback. And then Jahmyr Gibbs will be the highest paid running back this time next year. Hear me when I say, I'm trying to tell you. Let me know what you think down in the comments below. The plan is to be at training camp tomorrow. I got to get there. I don't think I've ever seen a joint practice live, so I've got to do everything I can to be there. I would have liked to be at the preseason games. I was invited, but I am not going to be able to make it this year, so we're going to do the live streams here, both week 2 and week 3 of the preseason, all right? So consider subscribing to the channel. Help us make a push to 31K. The goal is 40 by the end of the season. This channel is made possible by viewers, subscribers, and members just like you. It's because of your support I get to do what I do. You could be anywhere else on YouTube, but you choose to rock with me. I wanted to, a special announcement in case you guys did not see the community post, that Motor City Don P, a.k.a. Motor City Sports, Motor City's Cats, I'm sorry, Motor City Sports. It's so many more. Motor City Cats has joined the Syndicate Sports Detroit team. He will be dropping videos and also going live on Friday evenings. I believe it's at 7 o'clock. So I think that's the time that he worked out. So consider showing him some love as well. And we also have another person that is going to join the team. You may know him as Spirit of Detroit Podcast. I know him as Avery Giovanni. He's going to join the team as well and make your Lions content. We are still working on other types of content. It's Michigan State. We're looking for the new ladies basketball team, the Pistons, the Tigers, whatever it happen. If it happens in Michigan and it's a sport, we're looking for people to talk about it. So trying to give you a nice alternative to Woodward Sports. All right. You guys are awesome. Take care of yourself and each other. And as always, go Lions. I mean, after all, we are the heart of the city, man. Fans drive this, not only this team, but this brand as well.